I am a chemistry professor in Florida, and this might be shocking to most of you, but I'm also queer. Don't worry, this is not my coming out for the first time. I did that a few years back. But being in Florida, Florida's House of Representatives recently passed a controversial bill limiting when and how educators and school staff can discuss gender and sexual orientation in the classroom. I first want to say that those that support this bill are not evil. They do not mean to harm anyone. In fact, they voted to pass this bill because they truly believe they are protecting children. I know this because up until I came out at the age of 37, I was very much living in the world with people who support bills like this. I was so far from knowing who I was or what being queer meant that when I finally did come out, I didn't even know what pride was. In fact, when a friend invited me to my first pride, I was like, wow, look at all the rainbows. So cool. A celebration in the visible light on the electromagnetic spectrum. Pause for laughter. But seriously, I share this to educate and bring my own experiences. So why didn't I come out until I was 37? Well, a little backstory. I'm a Gen Xer. Growing up through the 80s and going to a very large suburbia high school, surprisingly, I didn't know one lesbian. There were rumors that a female assistant track coach was gay, but laughter and harsh judgment always came with these rumors. Also AIDS, which was new and scary, and to be out and gay meant that you were also diseased and spreading a sinful poison. Experiencing this prevented me from ever understanding or allowing me to understand the true nature of who I was. I rationed the feelings I had for other girls, as everyone must feel this way. Girls are just closer than guys. This was the same when going to college. I went to a very STEM-focused college, and again, no open and out lesbians. So I did the right thing and married a good man who I met at a Christian retreat. The next 15 years of marriage, I played the part. As you can imagine, I suffered severely to the point I went between deep depression and just always wanting to sleep to emotional outbursts of madness. Thankfully, I never physically hurt myself or others, but I didn't like the person I was. And I do know my outbursts hurt those closest to me. I started to go to church more alone to pray and figure out why I can't be happy when I feel like I'm doing everything right. Well, obviously there's more to the story, but I stop here to make my point, and that is this. What would my life be if I would have known a gay female teacher, coach, staff member who would have openly shared their sexual orientation? I guarantee, without a doubt, I would have been out a lot sooner, and I wouldn't have hurt so many people by coming out later in life. The best analogy is the ugly duckling story. For most of my life, I felt like the ugly duckling, amongst people I thought I belonged with. It wasn't until I started to see more gay women, and this might be shocking, but Ellen DeGeneres was one of the biggest influences, that I realized I am not an ugly duckling, but actually a beautiful swan. A beautiful gay swan. So the passing of this bill is very personal to me. It is extremely important that queer kids very much see queer teachers so that they don't fall into the path that I took, not knowing I was gay and doing everything to fit into a world that wasn't who I truly am. When people say being gay is a choice, I am definitely the poster child, okay, adult, that shows this is false. I did everything I could not to choose being gay. I did everything the supporters of this bill would want every gay kid to do. But as much as you think supporting this bill is protecting kids, I can tell you with every scientific and practical knowledge I have that this bill is hurting kids, and as a result will hurt the people these kids have relationships with. It is the snowball effect. If we want a peaceful and happy world, a good start is to have happy, healthy kids who are allowed to be who they truly are.